Hello and welcome back to Boxing Social in association with Betfred. My name is Ayman Connor. I'm here at Connolly's Gym with Spencer McCracken Jr. and introducing Connor Goodchild as well, who'll be looking to make his debut very soon, hopefully in 2022. Connor, let's start with you. How's life treating you?
Life's great. I'm enjoying my training at the moment and working hard, just living life.
Living life, getting ready for a debut hopefully next year. Spencer, talk me through Connor. Talk to me about what you've seen in the gym, how has he been, what's he like as a boxer?
Good kid. We're looking to do big things, to be honest. I'm not going to say too much, but we're looking to work our way up that welterweight division. He's a talented kid, and he can do big things. But you know, he's got to work hard in the gym, which he has been. And it's just a case of getting him out now. He wants to box, and I think next year you're going to see a lot of Connor Goodchild.
I asked you about Kane Baker and what you expected from him when he walked through the gym, and you told me the main thing that you expected was dedication from him. But from a younger lad, a prospect, when you're looking to see that talent, what do you look for from him as well when he walks through the gym too?
It's the same really. I mean, it's attitude as well. And when they're young, you know, turning pro young, you need that bit of maturity as well. So. You know, how he's going to live his life outside of the gym is a massive thing. But Connor's, you know, the time that he's been with us and just waiting for the debut, he's been perfect, to be honest. Just need to get him out. Just a case of getting him out, keeping his attitude right and taking it fight by fight and working our way up. And let's see where we can get to.
Spencer, I notice right now there's a lot of promoters, a lot of people in boxing who are kind of putting some money into the Birmingham type of area. A lot of talents are getting a bit of spotlight now as well. You've got the likes of Shawn and Peters, who've always had the spotlight, in Sam Eglinton's, but a few more kind of Midlands kind of fighters as well getting that spotlight. Hopefully Connor's someone who in a few years can also get that spotlight too.
Yeah, I believe he will. It's all about working your way up, isn't it? Taking the right fights at the right time. He's got the talent to do it, so it's just a case of doing it on the night now. Once the stage is set for him, he's got to go and display his talent, and I'm sure he can do that.
Well, let's bring it to you. I'm always interested to know about fighters when they're obviously going to be making their debut, but what kind of got them into boxing in the first place? What was their first memory that kind of gave them that little flip switch to go from watching boxing or seeing boxing to actually putting on some gloves and wanting to get in that ring?
Growing up, I got two brothers, so I was always having a little tickle with the brothers. And my older brother, he took me to the gym originally, and then he took me to Pat Benson's, and then it was just went from there really. Boxed amateur my whole life. Then obviously I grew up, had two children myself, and that was it. From that point, I stopped boxing, started going the wrong sort of way, and then now I'm 23, ready to make a scene.
You mentioned there, you've got the children, you've got a young family, be looking after them. But is that what it is that motivates you to do well in this sport, that makes you want to succeed, kind of doing that for your family?
Yeah, definitely, plays a big toll of it. Yeah, but that's not the only reason. I want to land a legacy for them, as well as myself. I want to do big things, as Spence said.
Talking about that amateur experience that you've had in the ring that obviously will set you up for your pro debut when you get there, what have you done in the amateurs that kind of has given you that foundation to get to where you want to be?
Well, I had 40-odd fights for Pat, and I was boxing from the age of 12 till about 17, 18. I won Midland titles year in, year out. Got to a few national semis, quarters, but never quite won a national title. But I boxed for Team England a few times. It was a good life, really. I enjoyed it. It was good discipline, good dedication, as Spence says, and it teaches you that path in life.
Asked Spencer obviously what he expected from you, and he gave his answer there. But I just want to know what you felt that you've kind of learned. That one thing that you kind of learned at the time that you've been preparing for your debut there next year. What have you kind of learned that's kind of brought you forward?
It's taught me how to grow up a lot. Being around these sort of people, it's amazing, really. Spence, his dad, they're good role models and good figures.
And you're going to be campaigning hopefully at a welterweight. If the thriving welterweight scene domestically, you've got your likes of your Conor Benns, Chris Congo's in there as well, Florian Marco's about too. Who do you rate as the best in Britain?
There's a few, like you just said, big names. I'd say Conor Benns definitely up there. He's one of my favourite fighters, welterweight-wise. And I like Marco as well. As you just said, But yeah, Conor Benn's probably my favourite.
And in terms of you, I mean, for people who haven't seen you, what do you fight like? What's your style? What do you bring to the ring? Are you slick? Are you a boxer? Are you a puncher? What do you do?
I can be whatever I need to be, really. I can box, I can fight. Whatever's in front of me, I can deal with it.
Two welterweights who had a big clash last weekend. Terence Crawford and Shawn Porter. Terence Crawford was the victor on that night, asserting his dominance at welterweight. What did you make of that fight?
Oh, it was an amazing fight. I love Porter, and it was a shame. It was a shame to see what happened, and I'm glad he's retired now. And I think it's a good move for him to retire as such. And Crawford, well, he's something else really.
And also this week you've got a big clash involving Teofimo Lopez, one of the four princes, and George Kambosos Jr. How do you see that fight going?
Lopez will knock out probably 8, 10 rounds. He's another calibre. It's different. There's levels to boxing.
Someone who's leading the way as well. I assume for a young fighter like yourself, I mean, you must and have to be inspired by someone like Canelo Alvarez, who's been doing his thing. He's undisputed now at super middleweight. He's now looking to climb up to cruiserweight to take on the Makabu. Your thoughts on that one?
It's crazy. Like, it's mad how somebody can do that. Do you know what I mean? Really, he's gone from welterweight in his first fight, really, with Mayweather, as you call it, and then now he's cruiserweight. Like, I couldn't imagine myself. He's not even tall either. He's how tall is he? 5'9", about my size. Like, imagine me as a cruiserweight. Do you know what I mean? I know I could eat a few burgers. I probably am. Like, I could try it, but I don't know.
Spencer, while you're here, just to get your thoughts on that one, that Canelo move to cruiserweight.
Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Fighters like Canelo, you get them every year, you know, they don't come around often, do they? He's an absolute monster, Canelo. He's just a different beast, isn't he? To go through the divisions the way he has, he's just incredible. And I think it's great for the fans, isn't it? I don't know how long he'll stay at that weight, but even just to go up there, nick a title and come back down, it's amazing.
Let's bring this back to Connor. When you do make your debut, you have your fans there, you have the family there. What can people expect to see from you when you do eventually make your debut?
Well, what everybody wants. That's a knockout, of course, but if they get that or not, it's a different story. I'll just deal with it. They'll definitely get a win, and that's it. We'll take it from there.
Connor, for everyone who wants to follow your journey, find out what you're about, and see what you do on a day-to-day basis, where can they find you on social media?
Instagram at Connor_Goodchild. That's it.
Connor, pleasure speaking to you for Boxing Social. Thank you so much, and wish you all the best in the future. We'll be keeping a keen eye on you. Thank you so much, Connor.